we started streaming, and now we're recording too.
This game of D&D has been brought to you, but not really, by Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Is there anyone here not playing Animal Crossing besides Rainbow? I think it's just Rainbow.
Legally speaking, we are not actually sponsored by Nintendo or Animal Crossing.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 8 of our Solstice campaign on the With Disadvantage podcast. I'm your host and DM, Chev. And with me today, we got almost a full group. I think we're just missing Deranged and Codeman. I'll just go in order of everyone in Fantasy Grounds. So first we have Violet Agrippa, played by Bryn.
Hey.
Sakara Aru, played by Boris.
Hey.
Sam Blade, played by Rainbow.
Arg.
And Marina Vitae, played by Bunsen.
Happy Hanukkah. And
Alora Wakuda, played by Mirama.
Hello.
Welcome, guys. And then we should have Audavon later, so we'll see. Yeah.
Place bets now!
We skipped a week last week, just because I had a lot of stuff going on for work with all this pandemic crap going on, so we need a good recap of what happened last time. The time before that, we spent all our time in the solar mines, with Marina obsessed over the door that she couldn't get through, and then Grandpa Willie was just let you guys in.
And there were 3 silver pieces inside.
I don't have a token for Willie, but I think he's with you guys, right?
Yeah.
If we find 10 more of those doors, we can finally turn in Jesus.
Then you guys finally made your way out to investigate the water disappearing, and you made your way into where the Solar Springs begins in an underground cavern entrance, and made your way inside there, and you guys fought that weird creature that had a beak and a brain and tentacles.
Yeah, we got a bunch of natural 20s against it.
And you guys found that door. In fact, I can open up the cavern map here.
And for all it made the old dude think he was insane.
So there's this map here. We could probably get rid of the shadow for now.
The map didn't show up for me.
It's just a link in the chat. Just click the little dot. And so there's this ancient door that you guys were not able to get through. After trying a little bit, you guys continued down the other side and went down a stairwell that went way down deep into the mountain. And that brought you into the tunnels. And shared that to the chat so that you can see the other map. And that's where you guys are now. Once you guys have that open, I can sync your view to where you guys are right now. But you guys had to fight some spiders in a secret chamber that you guys found that was full of gold. And before that, you met a water elemental who is lamenting the loss of his magical waters and wandering around these damp caves, wondering what happened.
And I tickled him.
Yeah, you tickled him. You tried to shape water, which happened to be part of him, part of his essence, and you tickled him, and then he moved on. He seemed to accept your excuse that you were also investigating the water and stopped being hostile. You guys made your way underneath a few places that were clearly constructed, some cobblestone roofs of the cavern you're in. And then finally you made your way to a drain, and you popped up out of the drain into this room, which appears to be empty.
Didn't we take a long rest?
Briefly looked around to make sure that there was nothing around. Yeah, and you all took a long rest. So if you have not done that now on your Beyond sheets, be sure to do that. And then on the combat tracker here,
got my delicious spell slots back.
I will make everyone take a long rest as well.
Now, you would have thought that they would have renamed spell slot something more easily understandable in 5e.
What's wrong with spell slots?
It makes it sound like the quantity of slots of spells you can have, rather than like the battery that powers using them.
That's true. Yeah.
Maybe
More like
spell
mana charges or something. Yeah, have a resource you're expending. Anyway, I think you guys searched this room a little bit so you could take a long rest. There doesn't appear to be any baddies in here. It's pretty empty. It's dark and dry. You came out of a drain, but you guys were all surprised to note that the room you were in was not wet. So clearly the water down below had not come up or through this room. You guys did find... Oh, I should have mentioned at the other end of the cavern, you guys did find a bunch of kind of stacked boulders and stuff that the water was coming through. But so the water could get through, but you guys were not able to progress. It would have taken a long time to get through all that rubble to find out where the water truly comes from. For all you know, it's just seeping through cracks in rocks for miles.
I'm sure
So, I
Marina would
remember
like
that.
to dig at it for like a couple days.
Sorry, what's that, Rainbow?
I said I'm sure Marina would like to dig at it for like a couple days.
I've learned my lesson.
All right, and then you guys are free to... Oh, wait, do we have PJ now?
Yep.
Okay, all right, so we got Audubon. I don't see you selected in the game. Did you select your dude?
You know what? I've been sitting here quietly struggling with FGU. I updated it like earlier today, so that shouldn't be a problem. But it's been taking forever to download the file list. It's not responding. It's just running terribly.
All right, well then we'll just move on. Go. You make for sure that they update it all the time. So do make sure that you update it again.
Yeah,
so
no, I updated it within the last hour. Like it's up
when
to
I say
date.
all the time, I literally mean an update could happen anytime. So if that's the reason why, then that might be why.
Oh, hey, what do you know? It just barely finished doing whatever it was trying to do. So quick housekeeping question. You sent me a message about leveling up to 4. Is everybody up to level 4 currently, or does everybody level up to 4 after this game?
Everyone's level 4 currently. I just forgot to tell you because I forgot you weren't there when I told everyone to level up.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So for this session, you can just stay on 3 if you're fine with it, or if you want to level up real fast while everyone else is talking, you can do that, and then you can just have to use your Beyond sheet for rolls for now and manually do your rolls because I don't have the time to update your FGU sheet.
Okay, that won't be a problem. I'll go ahead and level up, and while I'm not being focused on.
Okay, should we recap what happened to you, Audubon?
Sure.
Okay. So after you guys played last time, Audubon went a separate direction from you all, which was perfect since he had to miss a game anyway. So we did a little side game. He and Naya went back to the Dominion to see what the Queen of the Dominion had to say about everything that's happening with the missing water. And you found that the Dominion tunnels were abandoned, where normally the Queen sits in her Queen chamber, and there's royal guards everywhere and a bunch of higher up executive types within the Dominion. The whole chamber was abandoned, and you followed what looked like some sort of aqueduct through the tunnels and found the Queen and all the workers and everyone all piled up into this big room, and the Queen is ranting and raving about Wilhelm being told that they were trying to steal the water. Audubon, you approached the Queen and talked to her, and she revealed that you were basically being used as a pawn to distract Wilhelm while they tried to steal the water. But you get the impression now that the water is already dried up for a different reason, and the Dominion wasn't able to complete its plans. And now Queen... what's her name, PJ? Neral. Queen Neral is super pissed, and she's having you hauled off to the pit for smart-mouthing her.
Yeah. If anybody listened to the recording of that, smart-mouthing is pretty rich.
Okay, we're gonna leave
Very
you.
believable
We're gonna
with you,
leave you
though.
there, PJ, and we'll come back to you in a bit, so you have time to work on your sheet too. Marina, Violet, Sam, Sakare, Elora, Dragthar, and Willie. You guys are all in this room. You've woke up from a long rest, and you are now free to explore. You are aware of one door up this way.
It's just a shame that we can't leave this room because of the quarantine and all.
Rainbow.
Well, quarantine. Quarantines don't exist here. Let's go.
Yeah, I proposed we head on right through that door.
Yep.
I'm gonna say in character. I think that we should maybe peek through the door, see what's on the other side before we.
Well, we know the door is
stumbling
closed.
The door is closed, and I think you also noted that it was locked.
Yes.
Well, does anyone happen to have any keys on them?
I hold up my blaster and go, I have a key.
That's not very key shaped.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Let's scale it back a bit. Let's be like the British. Let's scale it back a bit. Okay.
Who are the British?
Don't worry about it. I recommend a firebolt, I guess, just because maybe I can. I've done it before. I've melted a lock. Let's give it a go.
Okay, so you're gonna firebolt the door lock specifically.
Mm-hmm.
What
Okay.
material is the door?
It's a wooden door.
Oh.
I just don't want to.
It's a really heavy wooden door, but it's a wooden door. Okay. Yep. So you hit the door with the firebolt.
That's not a lot of damage.
And a flame washes over the front of the door, but then just like burning off like a very small, minute amount of hand sanitizer or alcohol off your skin, it just whoosh, just kind of washes over the door and then dissipates into vapor.
All right.
Let me give it a shot.
Did we try the handle already?
Yes.
It's locked.
It's locked.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I want to give it a shot. I'm gonna try to cast a scalding shot at it.
Okay. Go ahead and do your roll.
Uh, 23 to hit.
Okay. Yep. That easily hits the door.
Not much better.
All right.
We're
Yeah.
trying.
The door barely singed from a tiny little bit of fire, then receives a wash of some really super hot water, but the water just falls off the door and pools at the bottom. The door looks pretty undamaged.
I'm gonna shoot it with my blaster.
Okay, your what was it? The Eldritch Cannon.
Yeah, Eldritch Cannon.
Okay, do your roll.
Do I get a plus with that? I can't remember.
I forget. I'll have to go find it.
I think it's
Hold
like my spell thing or something.
on. D&D Beyond is taking forever.
Oh, he rolled an 18. I don't think it'll matter.
Okay, yeah, you hit the door.
And
Eldritch
that is
Cannon.
2d8s.
Okay.
That's the double pyramid.
Yep.
Why do I not see a double pyramid?
There's only 7 or 6 dice down there.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
It says the number
okay.
of sides it has on the face of it. It says 8.
That's 8. Let me roll that again.
If you right click while you're dragging it, it will throw 2 of them.
I forgot to right click it. That's why I did that.
Okay. All right. So you shoot with the Eldritch Cannon. Are you shooting just where specifically on the door are you shooting?
I'm shooting right in the dead center of it.
The dead center. Okay. And this little wait, which Eldritch Cannon did you have? Was it a large one that was walking with you, or was it like a little one you were holding?
I think it
it
was
was
a
like a-
large one that's walking with me. The force cannon, but I could be wrong.
Okay. All right. So, kind of shoots a bowling ball sized hole into the middle of the door, and it goes through, but it's not quite big enough for the rest of you to fit through.
I reach my hand in and see if I can't try to turn the knob on the other side.
Okay. You reach in on the other side, and you notice just above the hole there is a big bar across it.
And I push it in.
Okay, so you push up on the bar and it slides out of whatever's holding it and falls onto the ground, and the door moves open. Just a crack.
With him still inside it?
I'm gonna move your token so I can unlock the door. There you
I
go.
am
Is,
gonna open up the
Sam-
door and say, "All right, go ahead, guys."
So check this out. I
was a-
didn't know you could do it, but now that I've unlocked the door, you guys can open the door yourself.
I was imagining that Sam was still in the hole in the door as it opened, so he was just carried by the door.
If you hover over the door, you should see a blue box. You can click it and unlock the door. There you go.
I have already done so. Who wants to go first? Because the last couple turns I went first, though
Yeah,
I am
Fantasy Ground is doing something.
tankier.
My game just crashed.
Uh-oh.
I'm fine.
My game has like this download thing going on it. Okay.
Yep, that's what happened before mine crashed.
Yep, mine crashed.
Everyone else is fine?
I'm fine.
I'm good so far.
Mine hasn't crashed yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
Who can see this circle?
I can.
I saw the sign.
This is
Okay.
an
Also
ace,
keep
ace free zone.
Opening and closing the door.
Yeah, this is the first time we've actually had those kinds of crashing issues, but try and rejoin.
Can you kick me out of there because it's saying client username already in use?
Yes. Hold on. Let's see. Kick
And kick me while you're at it.
Sam. Anyone else get dropped?
I haven't yet.
Okay. But you, PJ, are you able to see the green circle that I'm making?
I don't even have a map up.
They were in the chat. You have to click the link to it. As soon as it's frozen while these guys are joining. As soon as it lets up, I'll link it again.
I crashed when I was trying to drag my token over to the door.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, really? Okay. And that's except you both crashed doing the same thing?
Yeah.
Yep, that's
well,
what
I
I was doing.
hadn't even gotten to the door. I basically just picked my token up.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, there we go. Underground riverbed. Quickly.
I opened the door and I was just gonna go through the. I picked up my token and it just crashed.
Again?
No, I was explaining what happened when I crashed.
Okay. All right. Dragthar brings up the rear, and after waking up, Dragthar is looking a little more like himself. He's been severely depressed and kind of distant from everyone after what happened to his group. But he comes up to the door and he says, "We must use caution. There might be hostiles on the other side of this door."
Were you able to get in, Butson?
Yeah, but I just got it.
Okay, so everything on my map is black. Should that be the case?
You need to select one of the tokens over here to see their vision. Because your token's not over here, which you can automatically see your own token's vision, but you can see other tokens' vision by selecting them. So just left-click somebody.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm with you guys now.
All right, I'm back in.
Okay, cool. All right, so Dragthar gets up next to you guys, and he says, "Who will go first? If nobody wants to go ahead, I will take the lead."
I think it might be best if you take the lead. You are the more sturdy amongst us.
Fair enough.
I'll follow second in case there's any water shenanigans up ahead.
I'll take third just because I'm kind of a little vaguely tanky.
Did you
I'll stay with
disconnect
Violet.
and reconnect again, Rainbow?
Yeah, it wouldn't let me go in the first time. I don't know what's going on.
I'll keep an eye on our 6. I can take a few hits, but I'm also much better at range.
It just keeps on saying, not downloading. I don't know.
Okay, Dragthar, realizing there's a long hallway ahead, turns around to you, Marina, and he says, "This is a long hallway filled with doors. There are 2 doors here. Should we try to go through them?"
Maybe give it a knock.
Which one? The one to our right or the one to our left?
Left is lucky.
All right, then. And he raps on the door a few times. And he kind of puts his ear up to it. And after a few seconds, he turns to you, Marina, and he shrugs. "Should I try to open it?"
Yeah, check if it's locked.
Okay, he turns the knob and pushes, and the door pushes open. And sensitivity, visibility. There we go. And then inside, a skeleton stands up in the corner.
I knew it.
And it stands up and it starts shambling towards the door. Everybody
Close it! Close it!
Everybody roll for initiative.
Well then. That's,
Can you link the map?
that's good, quick.
See, I felt the urge to go, beware the skeletons just now when we opened the door. I'm really upset I was right.
Spooky, scary skeleton.
See the bit.
Oh!
Ooh, nice.
Nice. Well done.
Alright, but you're also way at the back of the line.
Doesn't matter. I've
Good
got
luck.
50-foot flight speed and range.
Yeah, this is a narrow hallway, though. Great!
Yeah.
I rolled a 1 on initiative.
1 and a 20. All right, the dice are
Okay,
already off
I
to a
got
good
a
start
2.
today.
We're doing great.
I hope, I hope Dragthar gets better.
I got a rock.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to roll for Drakthar.
Please get above the skeleton.
Okay. All right. So Drakthar gets a 17. Who is up first? Sakar, you are up first.
What did the skeleton roll?
A 3.
A secret.
How tall is this hallway?
The hallway is about 10 feet tall.
Oh, perfect. So I take advantage of the fact that I'm not the biggest bird out there, although I am a little bit large for Aarakocra. And
Not the biggest bird in the flock.
I try to glide
in the flock.
through, glide over her, and as I glide through the door, take a shot with my crossbow.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll. All right, so Sakar, as you glide over everybody, Drakthar is he was kind of hunkered down, peeking around, and he stands up just at the last second as you're swooping down, and you run into the back of his head, and both you and Drakthar fall to the ground. Oh, bird! And you guys are both prone in the doorway.
Oh no!
And the skeleton just growls as it's still shambling closer.
I love that.
open
Oh,
door.
bird!
So would Sakara be here?
What?
Would Sakara be here on the map then?
Where's here?
He was up. He was up half a tile.
To be fair, if I were in a cavernous place, the last thing I'd expect is for like some bird-like creature to hit me.
Right? Exactly. So Dragthar is now on the ground next to you, Sakar, and I think that's it for your turn, right? Unless you have a bonus action.
It's just one skeleton, right?
Yep. So far.
Get it? You scare me.
Ooh, we're playing
You can
Russian
think it
roulette,
out.
except every door is a bullet.
That's just a gun.
Yeah, that's just a loaded gun normally.
All right.
Full chamber Russian roulette sounds like a great band name.
That is pretty awesome, actually.
Am I able to use the remainder of my movement speed to stand back up?
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I am no longer prone.
Okay. So you stand up. Dragthar's still on the ground, kind of rubbing the back of his head. He stands up to his knees just a little bit. Can't do much till his turn, but
Well, his turn's next.
yep. And the skeleton is right up at the door, looking like it's about to attack.
Which way did the door open?
The door swung inward.
Okay. Into the room?
Yes. This way.
Gotcha. On which hinge?
This hinge over here. So it's swung. Wait, can you guys see if when I do the arrow moving it like this?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect. Then it went like this.
Okay.
I didn't know if you can only see it when I let go and stop moving it, or if you could see it the whole time.
Yeah, it used to be that way in FG Classic.
Oh, nice. Is there anything else you're doing, Sakar, or should we move to Dragthar?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. So Dragthar finally stands up right next to you, and he just says, "Watch where you're flying next time." And then he steps around the corner to look at this skeleton, and let's see here. And he casts Eldritch Blast onto this skeleton. Where is it? There. Nice. All right, he casts Eldritch Blast through here, and just this ray of energy just blasts force from his fingertips, and he does He does 13 damage to this thing, and the skeleton just shatters into a bunch of different bones and fall on the ground, and they just kind of clink, 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 clink as these bones just land in a pile, and dust is kicked up in the room, and everyone is coughing a little bit as this dust that's been undisturbed is now filling the hallway out here. And just as the as Dragthar's is celebrating, the door behind you, Sakar, opens up, and another skeleton shambles out. Let's see, where is he? Shambles out to the doorway. And that's it for Dragthar. Sam, you're up next.
So how do you target people again?
So make sure your token is selected, and you'll see a like sort of a thin black ring around the edges of your token if it's selected, and then control click your target.
All right, let's control click.
And if you can't see your target, then you need to move into visual range.
That one, all right. I am gonna hit it with my crossbow at first.
Okay. All right. Range stuff is at disadvantage when it's up close like that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so roll
unless you have certain feats for it.
Okay, roll it one more time, Rainbow. I should have had you hit the disadvantage button. Okay, so you walk up. The guy's right in your face. You pull the crossbow back, and the arrow hits the door frame right in front of you. Doesn't progress to the skeleton. Do you have any bonus actions?
Yeah, my Eldritch Cannon comes up to it and blast it.
Is it able to get past us?
Okay. Yeah, so if it's friendly, you can move through friendly spaces without resistance, and I'm assuming that's true for the cannon too. So you guys watch as this mechanical cannon just.
Yeah, I'm sure I get like a plus, but I'm not sure what.
I don't know, but it misses. You'd have to have plus a lot. So the cannon comes up and takes a shot into the room. The cannonball goes right between the skeleton's legs and impacts the cobblestone on the back behind it. And the skeleton's just as it's still in the doorway, ready to attack. And Alora, you're up next.
All right. Doors get a little crowded. All right, well, I'm going to walk up to... I guess a reach from there, right? Yeah.
Right as you step forward a little bit, you hear some sounds coming from further down the hallway, and two more skeletons step out into the hallway here. And they come out of their rooms there, and they start shambling towards you as well.
Feeling like a Skyrim Draugr dungeon.
Are they in the hallway yet?
Yes, yeah. They just right as you get down there to target the one, you see these two stumble out from here and from here into the hallway.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. They are not shown. That's why you're not seeing them. Hold on. 5.
They're invisible skeletons.
But I can see them.
Yeah, apparently. There you go.
You see dead people.
I kind of hate the fact that I can see numbers attached to these names. In that I see it's Skeleton 10. And I hate that.
Yeah.
Alright, so 2 skeletons. How
That's true,
about...
Bunsen. I didn't think about ordering them in the way you would come in through here. Didn't realize that was going to give stuff away.
2 hours later, it's Mirama's turn and Violet's turn.
Yeah.
I have a plan, but it might not always be a good one.
Does it involve dragon breathing everyone?
Well,
Alright, I'm gonna
that's my role with
cast
Dragon
a
Breath.
firebolt on this dude in front of me. Do I just click him once? Or do I double click him?
So
I can't tell if he's still...
Click your own token so it's selected, and then control click your target or targets. There you go.
And then roll firebolt.
Perfect. Okay, that hits.
And then
I got a
roll my
question. Where's the-
damage.
Okay. So you cast a bolt of fire that shoots out of your hand and lights this skeleton on fire, and he's got this old, like, dusty looking hair dangling off of his skull, and the hair catches fire, and he's now got a flaming skull as he's like reaching up with his bony
Neat.
hands to try and put the fire out.
And I was just gonna
I'm
say
going
quickly.
to
Okay.
hold on. Wait. If I retreat back into this room, does that create an attack of opportunity?
No, because
you're
you're not
leaving it-
within melee range.
All right. I'm just gonna use the rest of my movement to take a step back into that room,
Okay.
and I'm done.
Is Laura not in attack opportunity range from the skeleton?
Oh, that's true. You are.
Yeah, that was the
Well, that's
thing.
what I was asking about. Do I take an opportunity from him?
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant your target. Yes, you would take an opportunity attack from him. I'll let you
Okay.
retcon that if you want to change it.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna go back.
You want to move back a little bit at least. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got this.
If you stay within
Stop
his melee
touching my
range-
stuff. There. That's pretty much what I got.
Okay.
All right. Yep. I'm done.
All right.
And as I was saying, we're missing the uncle. He was with us.
There we go.
Oh, Grandpa.
Yeah, Grandpa.
Grandpa Willie.
Yeah, Grandpa Willie is in the back, just kind of watching everything happen. The hallway is super packed already, and so he sees
Alright.
you guys are making quick work of him. So
I just didn't see his token.
yeah, I don't have one
Oh.
for him right now.
I was wondering if he was still asleep. Actually, that'd be really fun.
That would be funny. Yeah. But no, I've been picturing him with you guys still.
He's a really heavy sleeper.
Okay, so skeleton 10 over here kind of steps past and runs past the skeleton that's on fire. Now just kind of super hostile since his buddy's on fire, and he kind of pushes him to the side and moves past and runs up to attack you, Alora. Let's see, make sure I got the right guy selected. Okay, targets Alora. Okay, perfect. And then he attacks you with his short sword and misses. So the sword clinks
Yay.
against the ground as he hits to the side of you. His buddy comes up behind him, puts a hand on him. His head's still on fire, and he just as he tries to grab the other guy. And it's clearly a little bit miffed that he got shoved out of the way. Let's see, and then
Need to learn some cooperation.
3 right there. Okay. Now this guy steps out and tries to attack Dragthar. And he uses his short sword, pulls it out from the sheath on the side, takes a swing and hits Dragthar right in the shoulder for 4 damage. And so Dragthar takes some damage and, stupid skeletons! And then he's kind of holding his shoulder, waiting for his turn to attack. Let's see. Next guy is number 5. And so this guy has still got his hand on his buddy, shoves him to the side, finally manages to put the fire on his head out, and he takes a swing at you also, Elora.
No, not my things.
And then you take 4 damage.
Ouch, my things.
As he plunges the sword downward, and he misses you all the way until he hits your foot, and then he stabs right over the top of your foot and slices a big gash across the top.
I scream.
Oh, hold on, I don't have your
Ice
scream
cream.
up.
Where's the ice cream?
Okay, and that is it. The next person is Marina.
Okay.
There it is.
Nice.
Alright, let's see what we got on the menu here. We got. I think I'm gonna just play it simple, and I'm going to use Scald Shot on the skeleton. On 10, 5, 10. Head's 10. Alright, I'm gonna hit at 5. I just flipped the coin.
Okay.
Alright, so skeleton 5, Scald Shot. Here I go. 15.
Nice. Okay.
And damage. 1 damage.
All right, so this ball of boiling water sails past you, Sam, past Dragthar, past you, Alora, barely missing you guys. And impacts this skeleton right in the face, and washes over the whole skeleton, but then kind of quickly just dries onto the floor. Everything over there's so hot that it just kind of evaporates and leaves him pretty dry, barely damaged. Is that it for your turn, Marina?
Yeah, I'm as a bonus action, I guess. Would I be able to like get out of the way and let Violet in front of me? Like, all right, you have the floor.
Yeah. So, like I said, friendly creatures can move through your space without opposition. So this hallway is bigger than it looks, because your token fills up the whole square.
Okay, then I'm gonna step against the wall.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go to Violet after my disappointing show. After you.
Fair enough. Oh boy. So I had a different plan, but things didn't really work out because I was last in order, and that kind of sucks. So if I move here specifically, can I make contact with Sakar in any way?
With Sakar?
Yes.
He is right in the hallway there somewhere. There he is.
Yeah. Behind
Sweet.
Birdman.
Yo, you want to breathe fire?
Man, if I had to die for every woman that's asked me that.
So I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath because it's a bonus action.
Okay.
And bam, you can I'm going to give you fire, of course. You can exhale the energy of chosen type in a 15-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a hello?
Hello?
Who did we lose?
What?
PJ, it looks like.
It's fine. Just keep going.
Long and short is I have given you the dragon breath thing that can happen, so when you want to do it, just tell me. I got everything up, but it's until the end of the next turn, so you might want to use it now. Or at least as quickly as possible. Give me a sec. I need to mark that off my sheet really fast. Boom. Then I'm gonna do something weird. I'm gonna create a bonfire.
Okay.
It's a cantrip.
You get a rainbow.
Where are you going to create it?
I need to be able to put it into a 5x5 space, so I'm gonna put it on top of the 2 skeletons at the end of the hall.
Okay. And that requires concentration, I believe.
Yup.
Okay, here it is. Can I make that
Gesundheit.
bigger?
Oh, never mind. I've already got a concentration spell up. I need one up. I need to use concentration for Dragon's Breath. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Okay, never mind for that. Let's see.
And I was all excited to use this asset.
Sorry.
Just kidding. Is that it then?
I guess I can just... Wait a minute. There's a fire still on that skeleton, or...
No. He managed to put it out.
Don't let them put it out.
Elora basically burned off his old crusty hair.
Then... Then I guess I'll try and aim for the skeleton 5. And we'll go with a firebolt.
Okay. All right, that hits.
Ah!
All right, so Skeleton 5 again hit with another firebolt, but this time with nothing to burn, his hair being already burned off. He doesn't light on fire, and he takes very little damage.
Fair enough.
All right, Sakar, you're up next.
I shouldn't move because I am in an attack of opportunity space, technically. So have fun, I guess.
Okay, now this could get fun.
There we go.
So, I have a couple things I can do.
Hopefully not run into someone again.
Remember, this is an action for you, so keep that in mind.
I wonder if you could put that on my cannon.
No, only a person. Creature.
That's disappointing.
So if I were to use that breath, who would I hit or not hit?
Looks
Well-
like Alora's in front of you, but you could move beside her. So you could probably hit 5 and 10. Both those guys in the hallway.
All right, so I'm going to kind of step to the side of Elora, and I tell Elora, get back. Your friend's got an interesting idea here. And my beak opens up, and Dragon's Breath.
3d6.
Nice. Okay, so control. Let's see. Oh, I guess he's got to
It's
manually do it.
3d6.
Okay.
They do have to take a dex saving throw.
A dex saving throw. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. 5 and 10.
Can I roll the attack then? Oh, I guess I have to roll the attack then.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Control click both of them, and it will target both of them. But you said they have to. Oh wait, if it's got a saving throw attached, you can force them to roll their throws too. So target them and then click the saving throw button.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, looks like they both failed.
So I can still roll the damage for you then too, so that's sweet.
Yeah, this is awesome. I like it.
Oh!
Okay, let's see.
Yee.
Roasted.
Are they both toast? Yep, they are. Describe how they die.
I hand that to the person who breathed fire.
Sakara's beak opens up, and the fire erupts, and Sakara chuckles a little bit as he watches the skeletons start to slowly burn up.
Nice.
Did you breathe the dragon's fire while saying "Caw"? Hello.
Okay, and then let's see, this guy is toast. And then, actually, it looks like, so one of them died, but the other one is barely still alive. He's standing there just, his jaw's hanging off. He's barely functional at all. He can't even really do anything. It's number 10 is still alive.
All right.
Okay. And
And
do you have
then,
anything else?
as a bonus action, as an action using Action Surge, I am going to try to rip Skeleton 10 to shreds with my talons.
Okay. Go ahead and make your roll. I think I put your talons on there. Yeah, I did.
Good.
Alright, so somehow you go to rip this guy to shreds who can barely move with your talons, and you go to approach him and you miss. you bend down, you click your beak together, or excuse me, your talons together, and you miss.
Right?
And then Dragthar. Alright, so Dragthar turns around and immediately takes note of Skeleton 3 behind him, and again casts Eldritch Blast. And hits. Doing almost no damage. So he after totally decimating the skeleton in the room opposite, he turns around and blasts this guy with energy, dark energy that emanates out from his hands. It's like this kind of purple blackish beam that's swirled around by an orange brighter beam, and it just hits this guy right in the face, and this aura surrounds his body, and he takes some damage, but he doesn't get completely destroyed like the previous one. Okay, and Sam, you are up.
So can I have my bonus action for my regular action or no?
Yes, you can take your actions in any
I
order.
want my cannon to shoot the skeleton 3 first then.
3 or 10?
3, the one that's in the door.
Okay. All right, go ahead and do your. Have to do this one manually. Okay, that hits.
That's 2.
That's 10 damage. Okay, that finishes him off. Describe how he dies.
The cannon shoots his head, and his head flies off, and the wall behind him and shatters.
Nice. And then his body falls into the floor in a clump. Okay, he's gone.
Am I still targeting? No. Yeah, target 10.
I think it clears targets after every round. I'm not sure.
Alright. Sand blade. Where is my magical dancing sword? Okay.
Okay, so you're using the dancing sword?
Yep.
Are you using it just like a regular sword, or are you commanding it to...
I'm commanding it to move.
Oh, wait, you can't. You used your bonus action.
Yeah, but can I use it as a regular action or no?
Well, yeah, I guess so, probably. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I don't see why not. Okay, so what's the word? What's your like command word to send it out to attack?
It's I think it's pizza.
I knew it was gonna be pizza. Somehow I just knew. All right, so a slightly older looking Elora throws a really ornate looking blade into the air and says pizza, and then the blade flies right past you guys, Elora and Sakir, and stabs the skeleton right in where its heart would have been, chopping off a couple ribs. And he loses his balance as he was trying to stand up from being totally fucked up before, and then falls to the ground in a pile of lifeless bones.
What's a pizza? Enjoy that sound bit, Chev. I'm sure you'll have fun with it.
What's a pizza? Okay, and then...
And then we finish combat.
For
Yay!
now, combat is over.
You sure there's not like 6 more skeletons lurking in those doorways? Who wants to fire another bullet?
There might be more skeletons. You don't
The
know.
guy in the grassy knoll does.
I turn to the rest of the party and say, I'm sure there's more skeletons like that behind these other doors.
Should we split up and have like about 2 people per door and open them and ambush them?
Well, yeah, probably. We should probably make sure there's no more skeletons before we do anything.
I see there are 4 doors here, and there are more than 4 of us. So I think we should have 1 or 2 people in front of each door and slam them all open at the same time and surprise all the remaining skeletons or whoever might be in them. What do you guys think?
Sounds good. So
Okay.
a question to DM, do they have to be numbers, or can they be next time just be colors?
The skeletons?
Yeah, that way we wouldn't know. Like,
I can
blue,
rename them.
orange,
It,
green.
it automatically adds the numbers when I
okay.
add a bunch of them.
You could name them after the 7 dwarves. And if there's more than 7, just like change the names slightly. Like Sleepy? No, you're also Fleepy.
Sleepy skeleton.
Yeah, but
Dopey skeleton.
Sneezy needs to fucking stay back 6 feet.
COVID-19 skeleton.
You could give them completely arbitrary random numbers.
Yeah, that's true. Like I said, it just automatically does the numbering, so I just have to manually rename them next time. That will fix it.
All right. So before Elora agrees to the plan, I want to roll perception to see if I can hear anything that sounds like shambling skeletons.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Hold on, my stuff. Okay.
Oh, yeah, actually, 2 of the
that's
4
wrong
other
button.
doors are already open because skeletons already came out.
I'm also gonna do that with the need to roll.
What did I do wrong here?
Perception, Rainbow.
Oh, there we go. I am good.
Okay, so you listen, and you're listening pretty intently. both of you listen, and you both hear just like some very faint, like water dripping, just kind of the sounds of an abandoned dungeon, but nothing like shambling skeletons.
All right. So 2 of the doors are already opened by skeletons. So we got 2 doors left, right?
Yes.
4.
Yeah, doesn't seem like there's any more skeletons in these rooms. That's nice.
Looks like
No,
there's 4 doors.
the 2 doors that Violet is near at the moment. The 2 of the
Yeah.
skeletons already came out.
I was taking a peek at them for a reason.
Yeah, the doors are
So-
already open on those.
I propose we gang up, we split up, and we open the 2 remaining doors simultaneously. Guns ready.
Yeah.
I think that we should have to roll for a stealth through the doors.
What?
I think we should roll to see if we stealth past the doors and surprise them or not.
We're not going past the doors. We're going to the
Oh.
doors.
That's a decision I would make, Rainbow.
Oh,
You-
okay.
just tell me what you're trying to do.
All right, I'm gonna go over here. I guess. Is anyone else coming with me?
Yeah, I'm coming.
I'm going to prepare myself a few feet back because I keep forgetting my spells have good reach.
Okay, Dragthar's letting you guys take the lead since you guys seem to have a plan. He's just kind of standing back, arms folded, watching over you guys. Willie
Yeah,
is standing next to him, kind of bringing
I'm
up the
gonna
rear.
let y'all have. See, I have mostly distance spells. Most of my spells don't deal close range.
They're not necessarily going to be right up against the door.
Fair, and I'm ready. I'm very ready. But like, if I'm too close, I'm just gonna have disadvantage. It's not worth it.
Okay.
So I'm pressed up against the northward door.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to stand right next to Sakir.
Alrighty.
I'm going to try to. There we go.
Is everyone pressed up to the northward door with me?
Am I
Sam,
taking the south
you're
door?
there. Are you gonna press up against that north door, or what are you doing?
I'll take the north door with her.
Okay, so you're
Alright,
gonna
is
go like
everyone-
right there.
Yeah, we're gonna like police enter into the door simultaneously, right?
Okay.
Or bust open the door, but not yet. Is everyone handling the south door?
Sure.
And I'll follow Sakir to take the other side of the south door.
All right. I'm gonna say kind of quietly. All right, on a count of 3. 3. I open up the door.
I kick the door and yell pizza.
Okay, so Sam and Alora, you guys immediately open your door and you see nothing in there. Alora and Sakir. Sam and Marina, you go to try to throw the door open and it's locked.
Oh. I was imagining like we
This is like
push into the door, so we just get bounced off.
this is Marina's bane is locked doors.
So you gotta twist the handle and it's locked.
Well, I was kicking the door in.
Yeah.
Oh, you're kicking it in?
Yeah.
All right,
So nothing happens.
Then roll an unarmed
Strength.
strike, or what is your unarmed strike damage?
0.
0 for you. What about you, Sam?
It's also,
What's
I
that,
think, like
actions?
disadvantage if you don't have a certain feat too.
Two
plus 3.
two bludgeoning for you, Sam. No, that's your attack roll.
It says unarmed strike.
Yes, that's your attack roll.
All right.
The
what am I
damage is
looking
the
at
2 bludgeoning.
then? Oh,
Yeah, there's no roll. So you just you kick the door. You maybe damage it a tiny bit, but not really.
Oh.
my
I had a
cannon.
cool plan and all that.
My cannon opened fires on the handle.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Careful
Or
where
roll
you
an,
aim.
roll an
at.
attack roll first. Excuse me.
Please don't shoot me with your cannon.
Attack roll.
Okay, and then what's the is it your ranged attack modifier? You
think
know
it might
what?
be my
It's
magic.
fine. The DC on hitting a door right next to it's probably super low. So go ahead. Basically, I think the attack roll for stuff like that's really just did you roll a 1? Okay, so you damage the door with a cannonball. It kind of embeds itself inside the door. Some splinters fly out of the door, but the door is still intact.
I wanna prepare a scald shot, but like hold it in place. Or,
Okay.
like hold it like in my hand and like put it where the hole was created. Try to burn through it. Can I do that?
Sure. Yeah. Let's do a performance check.
Okay. You and your performance checks.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
This is an
Just like-
unconventional use of your ability, so we're gonna do a different kind of check.
7.
Okay, yeah, so you're able to hold it up to the door, and slowly the lock does seem to be heating up, and it's getting red hot. How
No,
long?
I was holding it up where the hole was created from the cannon.
Oh, well, so there's a little cannonball embedded in the door still.
Oh, still there? All right,
Yeah.
then the lock then.
Okay, I thought you meant the lock. Okay, so you're holding it up to the lock. It's getting kind of red hot. It takes how long do you hold it? You just sit there and watch it?
Sure.
Okay. Probably takes about 5-10 minutes before it finally starts to actually melt the lock and then singe the wood around the lock. But eventually you hear chink as it breaks free from the strike plate and pops open and pops inward. And let's see, open it up, and inside. Oh, you guys are
Oh my god, another skeleton! I never would have guessed.
You guys are kind of in the wall there, but yeah, there's another skeleton inside.
I can't see in the room.
Yeah, I can't. I tried to open it.
I had to
it's
step
still-
away for
it's
him a
still
second. Did
closed.
I miss being summoned?
A second? You've been gone for like 100 years.
Yeah, had to handle some stuff. So, but I'm back now.
No, you didn't miss being summoned.
Cool. Thanks.
Okay.
I'm just kind of hanging.
There's a skeleton in there, and as you pop open the door, it's almost like he comes to life, and he stands up from the back and shambles into the center of the room.
I yell pizza.
Okay.
Like
You yell-
defensively?
You yell pizza and throw your sword in the air, I assume.
Yeah, right at him. in the
Okay.
side.
Go ahead and roll the attack. Well, I'm just going to do this out of the combat tracker since it's just one.
Also, can I, if I'm still holding it, can I then throw my scald shot at him?
Sure.
I
yeah,
didn't.
I
I'm
don't see
sorry, I
that.
didn't target him.
That would have missed anyway, Rainbow, so that's a miss.
All
Okay,
right.
so the sword flies in there and flies right past the skeleton's head, and it's just kind of floating in the air on the other side of the room. And then roll your attack roll, Bunsen, or Marina, for Scald Shot.
That is a 12.
Okay, you shoot the Scald Shot also past the skeleton, impacts the wall behind it. The skeleton's just coming towards you guys, still just making the usual sound.
How is he
I
even doing
want
that? He doesn't have
to.
lungs.
I want to point my hands at it like finger guns and shoot a firebolt at it.
That's the issue you have with this realistic world, Bunsen.
Yes.
Okay. You
Oh,
miss
God.
as well. So Firebolt shoots off and misses. And Dragfire steps forward and he says, "Hold on, let me take care of you, you bunch." And he steps out into the doorway, targets him, and does an Eldritch Blast. And
I mean,
hits.
he can't pick it up and pile drive it.
And he does 10 damage to the skeleton. The skeleton is now severely hurt as this beam of energy takes over and this aura emanates around his body, and you just hear the bones scraping and clinking and clacking together as this skeleton just but then it's still intact, but it's missing several ribs and part of its jaw, and just it's falling apart, but it's still coming towards you.
If only one of her 4 previous attacks hit.
I think Sakara and Sam, Sam already went. Sakara and Violet could still try something.
My cannon can do something.
You
It hasn't
already
gone yet.
Alright.
Oh no. You're right.
Okay. We're just gonna make a bonfire.
That seems a little
Oh wait, I did not aim it. Hang on.
So before she does that, I call my sword back real fast.
Okay, the sword comes back to your hand.
Cool.
Okay. He does not save, and the bonfire lights up underneath, and then the fire just completely surrounds this guy, and he just ow as the connection, whatever magical connections keeping the bones together, seems to sever, and the bones fall apart into a charred pile on the ground.
Then I'm gonna control flame and immediately put it back out.
Okay.
Responsible fire casting.
The fire goes out.
Only
What?
you can prevent wildfires.
Okay, and then he is toast.
Well, I
your
think
milk,
that this
dudes.
is a little bit overcooked for Grandpa's liking.
I would like to step into the room and look around to see what's around the room.
Be careful, young Laura. There might be something hidden in there.
That's what I'm looking for, Grandpa.
He kind of stands
I-
back.
I'm gonna do something weird. And investigation or perception. Fair enough.
Oh, which one should I have rolled? Because I rolled perception to look around the room.
Okay.
think investigation, but whatever.
Are you looking for something specific, like loot or?
I want to let's see. I want to look around to see if there's anything shiny around.
Okay. You're looking around the room, and there's nothing in this room, but you do get the impression that the wall, back. Why isn't this not working? Come on, there we go. That the wall here is rather thin, almost like there's another
Alright, I
room
want
behind
to-
it.
I'm gonna go up to the wall. You said it's right about here,
And
and I'm going to gently knock on it.
Okay, you knock on it. It's just hard stone, so it's not like it's weak, but you can tell that there's probably a room on the other side. You kind of hear the knock echo around on the other side.
I'm gonna sit on my cannon. I'm gonna ride it around like a little tiny horse.
I want to take both hands and I want to push with. I think okay. I'm gonna push my whole body weight against it, but not like all at once. Kind of like a slow push to lean my body weight in it with both hands to push against the wall.
Okay, I'm not even gonna have you roll because you push and push, but it's the wall is pretty sturdy. It's not
Okay.
You're not gonna easily get through it.
I
we
turn
have more
to
halls.
the group and I say, "There's something behind this wall, but I don't know how to get past it."
Me and my cannon run up to it and shoot it.
Here. Well, I have an idea that doesn't involve us blowing holes in things randomly and telling
Too late.
everyone where we are.
As Violet's speaking, a cannonball fires out of his little mechanical cannon against the wall and just kind of cracks a little bit of the cobblestone and then bounces out and ricochets, barely missing the three of you.
Okay. I am going to actively investigate then.
Okay, go ahead and roll
Wait.
an investigation check.
Hang on.
While that happens, I'm gonna continue down the hallway and peek.
Okay.
I'm gonna have my cannon take me over to where Marina is, and I'm gonna follow her.
There we go. Sweet.
Nice nature check.
What? Why did I go to nature? What? What is happening?
Yeah, you're investigating the nature of that wall.
It's fine. Just what's your
Oh,
modifier
God.
for investigation?
Oh, okay.
Plus 5.
I don't know what is
okay, that's
up
fine.
with it. That's yeah.
It's I know what it is. When you go to sometimes when you very first open your skills window to roll skill checks, if you've closed it, and you go to click, it will do a tiny little scroll and roll whatever one's right next to it. I'm betting nature's
Okay.
right next to it, isn't it?
Actually, nature's not next
Oh,
to
it's
it.
not?
There's medicine right next to it, so
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Well,
It
anyway.
just
I think
skipped
she-
over.
I like the way that she's checking out she's trying to investigate the nature of the wall.
I've had it happen before, but anyway. So you look at the wall. You're looking it over. You've heard the sounds that Laura made when she was knocking, and you realize there's a room on the other side. So it's clearly
I know that much, but I was basically trying to see if there was like a mechanism or something that opened the wall.
no. You don't
or-
find anything.
I'm gonna-
So
I'm
as
gonna
far
go
as you
over
can tell, you
here.
just know there's a room on the other side. But as far as you can tell, there's no way through to that room from the room you're in.
I'm gonna knock on this wall over here and see
It's
if I can
possible
hear the same thing.
there's just another door that we can take. At that
Sam,
point,
roll
then.
an investigation check.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna peek around the corner where I'm at.
Go ahead.
Stealth before you do it. I have a feeling. Please.
Yep, that's why I'm
Thank
peeking.
you.
Okay, roll me a stealth check.
Stealth. That is a 10.
Nice.
Hopefully I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, Sam. So you You get the same impression. There's a room on the other side through the wall here, but you can't really tell anything else. There's no obvious mechanisms or anything to get through. And
kicks, I'm going
Marina,
to
you
take
peek around the corner and you look, and you just see a giant empty hallway with the hallway down here just continues downward, and then there's three doors. One door here, and one door down there.
All right. I'm gonna sneak down the hallway because I have Misty Step now as a getaway plan. So I'm gonna try to stealth around a little bit.
Which way?
I'm gonna go down first.
Down? Okay.
I'm being stealthy as I do so.
Okay, yep.
I'm gonna ride my cannon over back to the rest of the group. We're gonna
Okay,
yell,
so
"Whee!"
Marina's being stealthy, but behind you hear clink, 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 clink echoing through the corridor as this cannon walks around with Rainbow or Sam riding on top of it.
And you also hear me yelling, "Wee!"
Not blowing my cover.
Okay,
Alright,
so you walk down and you see exactly what you see on the map there. It's just a big empty corridor. Those lines are from where you walked underneath this corridor, by the way, earlier.
Alright, I see stairs.
Yep, and then you go down, there's some stairs.
Alright, does this go to another map or is...
Another map? No.
Okay. I'm
So
gonna
I say-
sneak down the stairs.
Okay, you see 2 double doors down the stairs.
Alright. I'm gonna press my ear up to the doors.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Perception.
Use the song "Spooky Scary Skeletons."
3.
You put your ear up against the
You're
door,
in
you hear
danger.
spooky, scary skeletons. Just kidding, you don't hear anything.
Oh boy. Alright. Can I... How stealthily can I open the door?
I don't know, let's find out. Roll a stealth check.
Oh,
Roll a
this is scaring
stealth
me,
check
Jeff.
and a performance check.
Stealth check and performance check?
Yes.
How are you scaring me?
Ooh.
No. 1 on stealth. And
No.
So-
natural 1 on stealth.
All right, so you
7 total
struggle to
for
open the door a
performance.
little bit, but you manage to fling it open. But you fling it open super loud as the doors hit the walls on either side. It kind of just swings open real loud.
I'm
But
gonna immediately step back on the stairs and listen right.
you step back on the stairs and you don't see or hear anything.
Okay, I'm gonna slowly enter the room quietly.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna leave you there for a minute, Marina. The room is empty that you're in, as far as you can tell. The rest of you, Alora, Violet, Sam, and Sakir, what are you guys up to up here?
So I said, "Hey guys, on the other room, I hear the same thing."
So I'm going to just kind of take a quick search around the room that I'm looking in.
Okay, the little room here.
Yep.
Okay. So you search around that room, and you're not able to find anything in there that's noteworthy. There was no skeleton there, and there's nothing in there to find. I'm not even gonna have you roll because it's just an empty room.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a peek down the hallway because I'm curious and I don't know where Marina went.
Okay.
You probably heard the door slam.
Yeah, you step out there. You guys
Yeah.
did hear. Echo through the
So-
corridor.
Marina?
Anyone want to take a bet how much trouble she's gotten herself into already?
Oh no, we have to go find her.
You could probably hear which direction it came from.
Willie just says, "Oh no, why did she go off by herself?"
Because I got a new Misty Step, Grandpa.
You can't hear him.
Well, I didn't actually say that.
Okay.
Rhetorically, I would have said that.
Okay. All right, so you guys step out in the hallway. You see the same 3 doors that Marina saw earlier. There's a set of double doors down here, and there's a door here and a door here.
Can they tell which way I went from the echoing?
Probably not.
I mean, probably through the open passage would be a good guess, considering these doors are closed. Okay, are you
Hey,
moving? Are you moving
okay.
downward, Violet?
Yes, I'm curious. I'm like looking carefully as best as I can.
I'm gonna
Okay.
ride downward.
So same as before with Marina. You guys, it's a empty hallway, but you hear. So Violet, you very carefully walk past this door and walk down the corridor, and then coming up from behind you, clink, 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 clink. This little cannon's feet with Sam
You might
riding on
want to
top of it.
recall that because if you wake the skeleton, if you wake the dead, quite literally, we're going to be in a lot of trouble potentially.
I don't know. I just thought of this idea and it's kind of fun.
All right, I'm gonna carefully make my way down then.
Okay.
Meanwhile, can I be investigating the crates down here?
You sure can. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Okay. God, the automatic scroll thing is very annoying. I think this is right. Come on with my rolls today. That's a 5.
All right, so you see something shiny behind the crates, and you move the crates out of the way, and you go to reach for the shiny, and you cut yourself on a shard of glass, just a little tiny cut, and it's just this little piece of glass back there reflecting some light.
Ow. Do I take damage?
I mean, not worth it. May be 1 damage. Sure, mark 1.
You should roll to see if you have a virus of any kind.
Because it did cut you, so you are now infected with coronavirus.
Great. Nice knowing y'all.
Just
Okay,
kidding. It's
so
the
I-
T virus.
Alright, I have marked 1 damage.
Okay. All right, so you immediately instinctively stick your finger in your mouth, basically like a little paper cut. Okay. Violet, you see the stairwell that you suspect Marina may have gone down.
Gonna make my way down.
Okay, as you step down onto the stairs, you see down there's a set of double doors that are flung open.
Oh boy. I'm gonna peek around the corner then.
As soon as you do, you see Marina in there, and you watch her cut her
Oh.
finger on a piece of glass, go ah, and pull it back.
Oh, are you okay?
I'm gonna turn around and say, shh. I didn't. That door. I made a mistake, but I'm being stealthy.
Okay, so Dragthar is between you, Sakara, and Alora, and he just says, "Should we go help them? It sounds like there might be something going on down there."
I've been looking down the hallway at the opposite direction from where they went to look at the 2 doors and thinking. And I want to walk up to this door, and I want to check it to see if it's locked, but I don't want to open it yet.
This door, right?
I just want to jiggle
one
the
you're right next
handle.
to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you jiggle it, and you can feel it start to move.
Okay. I'm gonna motion for do a hand wave for Dragthar and Sakara to come over. Should we check this room too before we follow them?
Probably wouldn't hurt. We don't want anything coming up behind us.
Feel free to open the door whenever you are trying to open it. You should be able to click
Yep.
it open.
I'm going to throw the door open now. Yay!
Okay, you throw the door
This
open.
is why we do a thorough sweep.
And you see
I win!
You see a skeleton slumped down and just with its back against the wall right there, or probably a little more further that way. And then you also see another one slumped down over here in the back corner, and one slumped down here, and they just look like they're just inanimate, like they're just sitting there.
Close it. Close it. Close it.
So I'm going to, as quietly as I can, close the door back up.
Okay, roll me a sleight of hand check. Okay,
Oof.
so you pull it back closed very gently, and it clicks closed, and you don't hear anything.
And then I'm going to turn to Sakara and say, do we have a way to lock this door or to block it up?
Dragthar and Grandpa Willie come up behind you guys, and Grandpa Willie says, I'm not sure I can cast the same spells here, but I could try the same spell we used to lock the storage container in the mines. And then he steps
I
forward.
step back and I give Grandpa Willie some space to do his magic.
Okay. And he kind of pulls his hands out of his pockets and does this kind of wild gesture. He seems to be very animated when he's casting spells, and he starts making all sorts of clicking and popping sounds with his mouth, and you see this like little tiny spark of magic start like pink purplish magic start to form in front of the door, and then shing, it kind of flings open spreads out to be the size of the door and fills the archway that the door is in. I think that ought to do it.
All right, I nod, and then I make my way down to this door here.
Okay, Dragthar and Willie follow you.
I want to open it very carefully to peek inside.
There's Grandpa
And
Willie's token. I couldn't find it
it's the
earlier.
same. Oh, it looks like it's the same room.
Yeah, so you open this one. Roll me a sleight of hand check.
It's gonna be
Please
a one.
don't
I can
fail.
feel it.
Oh, it's a 2.
So you open the door and it creaks open very quietly, and then all of a sudden it hits a pebble and goes like it gets stuck underneath the door and drags across the the cinder block, and just kind of goes and this the skeleton that's right in front of you just kind of shifts just a little bit, just moves its foot, but it's still slumped over, still inanimate.
All right. I wonder if these skeletons are really easily disturbed or not.
I can put the
Check
same lock
the
over this
door.
door.
Before I close the door again, I want to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
And with the door open, look in the room with Detect Magic.
Okay. All right. So you look into the room with your newfound magical sight, and you can see that there's definitely some sort of aura emanating from these skeletons, and it's very similar to the aura that emanates from the water that you guys are used to. That weird ancient magic that no one really can explain. But it's just a very faint light aura, and you can't really glean much more information from it than that.
Okay.
You suspect that
All right.
proximity might be a factor. As you get a tiny bit closer, the aura on this closer skeleton seems to get a little stronger. But then as you step a couple inches back, it dissipates again.
Okay. So now I'm going to try to quietly close the door.
Okay, another sleight of hand check.
Yes.
Okay, and then would you like me to block this door as well, young Alora?
Yes, and as he's blocking the door, I share with them what I learned with Detect Magic. I could see the same glow of ancient magic, but it seemed to get stronger as I moved a little closer, but as I moved further away, it seemed weaker. So I think maybe these skeletons are sensitive to proximity. I think as long as we stay away from these doors, we should be fine.
Perhaps
Now,
it was
are they
something...
sensitive to proximity to everyone, or just those who are very close to the water?
I shrug and I say that I don't know the answer to.
I think there are too many variables here. I think we should leave these locked and leave Mr. Willie's seals in place and move forward. That room was small. Didn't seem like there was anything of use in there.
I nod with agreement and then start to walk down this way to catch up with the other two.
So you managed to lock the door then?
Yes, both these doors are locked now. This one and this one. Okay, very well. And then Dragthar walks with you guys. I don't know why I'm still able to see into that room, but okay. Oh,
Yeah,
Actually,
it got locked open.
apparently I locked it open. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
So, meanwhile, I'm telling the two down here. So, I have good news. I think there's no one down here, because if there was, they would have heard the door slam.
Okay. And Dragthar and Willie are bringing up the rear here. Sakari, you're following Alora.
Does Violet or Sam say
Trying
anything
to
besides-
apparently I keep moving the map instead.
I am going to do something weird.
I think I can change
gonna
that.
work
You're a big fan of doing
Uh,
something weird.
Here, and I'm gonna go
Young
for
Violet,
the
everything you do
perception.
seems to be weird.
Fair enough. To be fair, I'm literally the one person who doesn't fit in my entire family. I'm gonna listen at the door.
Okay.
I'm not very good at it.
Okay, you put your ear up to the door. Spooky, scary, scout. Just kidding. There's nothing. Okay, I'm going to leave you guys in this room real quick, and we are going to jump over to Audavon. Are you still with us, PJ?
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right, so, Audavon, you are being hauled to the pit by Queen Neryl's guards. Naya is still in disguise kind of joined some of the tunnel workers that are helping to dig out the caverns for this aqueduct that they seem to be building or were building before they found out that the water is dried up. And she's having you hauled off to the pit. And are you going to say anything to her? She's right behind you as her guards haul you forward.
Yeah, I'm gonna use message and just let her know. Hey, this isn't going that well. I might need help.
Daya responds, "Don't worry, Audavon. I will help." And she ends the message and she starts moving towards you. You can't see her, but you know that she's going to do whatever she can to try and help you. Do you say anything to Queen Neryl or the guards or anyone?
Well, my understanding is that at the conclusion of last game, I'd already been hauled beyond Neryl's earshot. Like, I'm already out of the room at this point, right?
Yeah, you were. And she started marching around and ranting and raving in that room, but then she caught up with the guards, and she's following you to the pit.
And then, yeah, I'm going to say to Queen Neryl, you know, I have to point out you didn't let me know that I was on a distraction mission. I mean, this was really just a simple misunderstanding.
And Queen Neryl seems to be a little calmer now that she's not surrounded by what she considers to be idiots, and she says to you, Audavon, you are too quick to question everything I ask of you. I need to be done with you you are a nuisance. I tried to get rid of you once by sending you to Withelm, and you're back again here to talk my ear off some more.
Well, like I said, before you ripped up the note that I sent you from King Withelm, you have him hitting out of the palm of your hand. If you'd, slow down just a little bit, I could let you know how good of a position overall you are in.
Roll a persuasion check.
All right. Let's see.
You'll probably have to do it manually since your sheet's not updated.
Yeah, I probably do. Let's see, my modifier. So I'm going to make the manual roll, and I'll tell you my modifier ahead of time. My modifier is +8.
Okay.
So, hold on, I'm trying to get... I'm still going to use the... Okay, you have it as +7, so it's going to be whatever this total is +1. Did it roll?
I didn't see anything.
There it goes.
Okay, so 18. Okay. So Queen Neryl, she halt, she says, and the guards stop. the two kobolds holding you stop in their place.
I thought they were humans.
Were they humans? Okay, my bad. Two humans, they stop, and they're still holding you, but they stop, and then they kind of turn around to face the queen, and they turn you around with them. So trading shoulders, basically.
Gotcha.
And you stop, and she looks at you and kind of squints at you, and then she just says, "Very well, you get one more chance. You screw this up again, and I will throw you in the pit." And then she pulls out a scroll, from a little satchel that she has at her side, a very ornate looking satchel. And for those of you who didn't listen to the thing with Audavon that we did separately, Queen Neril is like one of the shortest kobolds. So she's the queen, but she's like very short. The other kobolds are pretty tall, but she's very short and very angry. And so you're basically looking down at her. And she pulls out this scroll and she holds it up and offers it to you.
I'll
Take
accept it. Yes, my queen. I can assure you, as I give a deep bow, you aren't going to regret this. I would like to make sure that I understand your orders completely this time before I leave. I want to exceed
This
your
scroll is
expectations,
an
Your Majesty.
incantation to break a seal. Where the seal is, I do not know. Somewhere in these tunnels, somewhere related to this water and the ancient magic, there is a door. This is the key to that door. You are to investigate this door and find out the secrets of this ancient magic.
Queen, I carry with me the faith of the Dominion. I will not let you down. It is an honor to accept this mission.
Okay, and then she waves her hands and the guards let go of your shoulders. And then she says, "Follow the aqueduct. Follow the aqueduct to where the construction ends and where there was supposed to be water. And then follow the tunnels and search the tunnels until you find the door. If you do not find the door, do not bother to return."
Yes, Your Majesty. Understood entirely.
Okay. And do you walk away from her?
No, I'm going to maintain a curtsy and wait for her to break the conversation and leave.
She waves. She says, "Go. Be gone."
Then I give a final bow and start walking away. And as I do, I'm gonna message Naya.
Hey, Boris, can we grab a mute while you're typing? Sorry.
Yarp.
I'll message Naya. Okay, it looks like we're good. Sneak, find a way to meet me, but don't piss off the queen.
Okay. So Naya replies. She begins to reply, and she says, "Yes, Ada." And then she gets interrupted, or you get interrupted by hearing the message, and the queen says, "Audavon."
Yes, Your Majesty.
And you turn around to face her.
Yeah, I turn around to face her.
And she says, "And when you return, don't bring Naya with you again."
Yes, Your Majesty.
And then she says, "Okay, be gone." And she continues down with the guards and back to the queen's chambers to cool off, basically.
And so I'm just gonna look up to Naya and say, "Well, apparently your cover is not as good as I thought it was. Let's go."
Okay, and Naya says, "Very well, Audavon, and where are we headed?"
We are gonna head down the aqueduct.
Okay, so you follow the aqueduct. I assume you're just gonna follow it till the end, like she said.
Yep.
Okay, you follow the aqueduct all the way down this corridor, and it seems to get narrower and narrower. They've been digging out the walls around these caverns to fit this giant aqueduct. You can tell that after all the conversations you overheard and everything, you can tell they've been planning this for a while to steal the water, and the queen has kept this basically on a need-to-know basis, and you, being the very talkative diplomat, have been left in the dark completely about this project, sent out to the surface to use your oral skills to talk other people's ears off instead of her.
Right.
And so you are now observing the scale of this project that's clearly been going on for a while. And this aqueduct is basically would have stolen all the water, and it's very reinforced. Everywhere you look, that they've completely sealed these sections of the aqueduct together with a litany of what would be in the modern day like industrial-sized bolts, like those giant bolts that hold huge electrical towers down to the ground and shit. So this is a very big undertaking that they've gone through down here. And you come to a point in this cavern where you're barely able to squeeze between the walls and the aqueduct. And you finally squeeze out and you pop out into this empty area that looks more like a naturally formed cavern. And the aqueduct is protruded through the wall. And there is a giant pump-looking apparatus on the end of this huge pipe. Except for there's no water in here, which they expected there to be. And you're now in this cavern. And it progresses in two directions. You can go left or you can go right, but it just looks like a natural cavern. It's still damp from the water that used to be in here.
Gotcha. I'm gonna look at both directions, and is there any difference between what the left side looks like and what the right side looks like?
Yes. You can tell that the water seemed to be flowing from right to left at some point in time. So the source of the water is from the right. You can tell that by the detritus and like pebbles and stuff that are strewn about on the sides. There's some occasional moss and stuff. They seem to be flowing to the left. So the water flow at some point went to the left.
And the scroll that she gave me, does it give any indication of where the portal is that I'm supposed to open?
So you open the scroll and you look at it, and it says it's written in Elvish, and it's just an incantation that you can't really you can pronounce it, but you don't really know what it means. It kind of sounds like gibberish, but no. Other than that, the scroll doesn't give you any sort of indication of anything.
All right, so I'm gonna look to Naya. Looks like the water flowed down from the right end of this T, so we're gonna go up there, and yeah, I think you were right. I never really disagreed with you, but yeah, regime change is going to be important going forward. I do not want to ever see that woman again.
I told you, Audubon. I warned you. Queen Nero is evil. She doesn't care about you.
Yeah, that was never. I've never disagreed that change in leadership might be a good thing. I just disagreed that the Dominion as a whole needs to be destroyed.
Well, perhaps with a different leader, it doesn't need to be.
Yeah, I think you're looking at him.
You want to lead the Dominion?
Absolutely.
That's a tall order, Audubon.
Hey,
but I would follow you gladly.
If Mr. Tiefling is capable of doing some of the things that he did in the chamber when he blew it up, and given all the unrest that's going on, I mean, if you read your histories, these are exactly how kings and queens lose their crowns.
So you guys continue talking. Naya being very surprised by your assertions that you would like to lead the Dominion at some point. And because you're talking and kind of distracted, you didn't notice, but you both are stopped by two double doors that are seem to be just in the middle of this cavern. The water seems to, as though it flowed from this direction at one point, but it seems to be kind of coming from the right wall. And there's a bunch of boulders with lots of cracks in between them, and lots of water just kind of dripping between the boulders.
All right. So let me understand. Let me make sure I understand this.
Open up the map. I've got you now in there.
Oh, okay.
In an actual map.
All right.
Let's see. Naya, and where's Audubon at? There you are.
Trying to, let's see. So I double click twice on the dot.
Just click the dot once. It should open.
There it goes.
Now I'm going to sync your view with mine. Do you see that?
It takes like 10 seconds to respond. So by the time I've clicked it, there we go. Okay. I see my guy. And is this still well lit? I mean, it doesn't matter because I have dark vision, but I just want to make sure.
No, it's actually not well lit. So as soon as you got to the natural part of the cavern, I just kind of forgot because you and her both have dark vision. But yeah, you are just seeing in the dark right now.
Okay, awesome. So, okay, I see the double door in front of me,
Mm-hmm.
and then these boulders that you're talking about with water coming out of them. Where are they?
right over here.
Okay. So the water's coming from the boulders, but not the double door.
Correct.
Okay. Do the boulders look like that they collapsed there recently, or does it look like they've been there for a long time?
It looks like they've been there a long time. The water has been eroding them away. A lot of them are very smooth.
Okay. So then I'm gonna go over to the double doors and I'm gonna start looking at them, looking for anything that would match them or make it, like make sense out of the mission that I'm on and the double doors and everything like that.
Okay.
And I'm probably gonna just try to open it right off the bat.
Okay. So you go up to the doors. The doors are they're a little damp because clearly the water had been flowing through here at one point in time. But you get the impression that the water didn't fill this cavern. So if you listened to the episode with the rest of the crew, and this is just kind of an out of character thing, but the water filled the caverns that they were through all the way to the point where they exited into Withelm. But the cavern you're in looks like the water only came up to maybe about your shins in this corridor.
Okay. Then I'm not gonna hesitate to try the door if I know
Okay,
that
you
fact,
try the door and
or if
it's
I know
locked.
that.
But the lock looks very pristine. It looks like this door has been used pretty frequently. At least
All right.
recently.
Then I am going to open the scroll and look over to Naya. Do you think this is the portal that the queen was talking about?
I don't think so, Audavon. She said an ancient magical door. This looks like a door we would install anywhere inside the Dominion tunnels.
All right. Think you can get this door open?
She looks it over and she looks at the door and she just says, "Well, it just looks like it's locked. I think we could probably pick the lock instead of having to destroy it."
Yeah. I'm not much for destroying things either. But I don't know how to pick locks. Do you?
She pulls out a little kit that she has in her pocket, and she says, "That I do, Audavon." And she starts to try to pick the door. Let's see here.
You seriously got the most badass education. They teach me to flirt with nobles and flatter kings. They teach you how to assassinate people and pick locks. What the hell?
She pulls out her lockpick and immediately stabs herself with it as she tries to put it in the lock. Her finger's in the way, and she stabs through the tip of her finger. Ah! And she sticks her finger in her mouth. Ah, that's really smart. And she
Yeah, that wasn't really smart. I'm a little bit less impressed now than when you pulled your kid out.
Well, I haven't done this in a while, okay? And she she tries to do it again. And it takes her a little bit of time. Clearly, she is very inexperienced with this lock picking. What the hell?
No, it's an evil door now.
All right,
Okay.
Finally, the DC's
I'm
only
gonna
10 on
sing
this
you a
door.
song.
So you sit there for probably like 20 minutes before she finally plink pops the door open. The lock open, and it's now unlocked.
Well, I'm glad this one was unguarded.
I'm sorry, Audavon. I don't know what's wrong. I've done this many times. It's just been a while
no
since I've done it.
apology needed. That was very entertaining. If anybody should be sorry for anything, I'm sorry for what that did to your pride.
I just don't want to damage the door and have the queen be all upset at you for that. Who knows what she'll be upset about next?
The only thing that was damaged there was your reputation.
Well, you don't have to tell anyone. All right, so the door is now unlocked.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop it open. Let's see what's on the other side.
You can click it, by the way. You can open it.
Oh, gotcha. I did not know that.
Yeah, it's cool. I didn't know that either until earlier this week.
All right, so
Looks
I
like you
intend to drag
double-clicked
my
it.
guy through there, but he's not moving.
It's because you opened it and then you closed it. I think you double-clicked by accident.
I mean, I can see the other side. Let's see.
Now you
All right,
can.
come on.
I opened it for you.
Okay, he's just moving very
Okay,
slowly. Like
so as you
I move my mouse and he floats behind there with a 2 or 3 second delay.
Gotcha, sorry. Okay, so there's a door over here,
All right,
and then there's a corridor over here.
gotcha.
And as you look down that
Um,
corridor, you can see that there is a double door at the end of that corridor.
Gotcha. So what do you think this is, Naya? Is this the pump station or what?
doesn't look like a pump station to me. We came from a pump station.
All right. Well, let's check this door right here, and I'm gonna check the door to my right.
Okay. So that door is unlocked. Do you open it?
Yeah.
Okay. You fling it open, and immediately you are greeted with a very surprised-looking kobold holding a mop. And he, wah!
Oh,
And he looks up at
Hey,
you and he recognizes you. And he just says, Oh, Adovan, is it? I've seen your face.
yes, indeed. I've seen yours. How's the family?
Are you on a mission for the Queen?
Indeed, I am.
Can you, like, maybe not tell her that I was in here?
Why would she object to you mopping?
Well, I'm supposed to be mopping, but I've been sleeping instead.
Yeah, you know that if you were an other, she'd have you beaten within an inch of your life,
That's
right?
why you can't tell her, please have a heart.
Is there any food in there?
You just see a pile of crates in the corner.
Oh, gotcha. What's in the crates?
I don't know. I just found this place and I locked the doors behind me, so hoping nobody would find me. I haven't slept in days. She's been having me work the tunnels.
All right. Well, she's been having you work the tunnels, and you don't know what's in the crates.
So, Violet, as you are still have your ear
Okay.
pressed up to the door, at first you hear nothing, but then you hear talking from farther down the corridor, from far away behind the door, but you can hear it.
I am going to hushedly go, there is the sound of people talking. There are people alive down here. Right through this door.
Are they flesh
let's-
skeletons?
Let's go with shock and awe.
Flesh skeletons, that's just us.
Sorry, I meant
Flesh skeletons.
Flesh skeletons.
Okay.
Grandpa
right, listen.
Willie steps forward and he says, "Everyone be quiet. We've got to see if we can tell what they're saying." And he puts his ear up to the door. And he listens.
So I'm
careful,
on a mission
Grandpa.
from the Queen, and I'll make you a deal. If you can help me and make yourself useful, I will. I won't say a word about your nap. So there's this old seal or something like that that I need to find and I need to open for her. Do you know where? Have you seen any old seals around?
I have not seen the seal, but I know of it. Everyone who's digging the tunnels has been made aware of its existence. Apparently there are
Okay.
ancient scrolls that tell of the door, but we haven't been able to find it.
Okay, now I have the ancient scroll that's supposed to act as the key. I just need to know what.
A
the
very
damn door is.
important mission.
Yeah. The Queen was none too happy to see me. Which, seriously, was I the only person unaware of these tunnels being built? I swear to God. Like,
I
if
mean,
I told you half
you
of
are-
the shit
you
that
are-
I've had
well-
to put up with.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you are well known for talking in the Dominion. That's how most of us know your name.
That's my.
Don't tell
job.
Audavon the secrets, they say.
But that's my job. But I've never revealed classified information in a negotiation. Like, who does the Queen think? It doesn't matter.
You don't intend to reveal things. You just do.
Like what?
I've said too much. Please. I do not mean to offend.
I'm having second thoughts about the snap thing. Okay, where do you think that seal is?
I don't know. None of us know.
All right. Well, go back to mopping or napping or whatever it is that you do. But you know
Sakara,
what?
I noticed you went up to the door. Are you listening too?
You muted.
You're muted.
Oh yeah, you're still muted, Boris.
He's listening through his little birdie ear holes.
Yes,
can
I'm
hear
going
him.
to try to make a perception check to see if I can hear what's going on.
Perfect. That's what I was going to ask for. So Violet and Sakara, both roll perception, please.
Oh, like a boss.
Nice. Violet.
Oh, even
all
more.
right.
Nice.
So both of you are able to hear very well through the door, but Violet, you've got just the perfect position. The way the sound is reverberating down the hallway, you are hearing absolutely perfectly everything they're saying, and you immediately recognize the voice as Audavon and Naya.
It's
Okay.
Audavon.
Well, Oh, great.
So
You-
listen,
you
my
mean
little
that-
compadre.
Are you talking about that Dominion clown?
Yes.
Fuck.
She's just
What's
like
he talking about?
got this look on her face, like, oh, not this again.
Should we vote on whether we kill him or not?
So, listen, I've had enough of whatever you're gonna say, and I don't want to see Queen Nero lose her temper with you. So, just for your own good, I suggest you leave this room, go out those double doors, and if I see you again, so help me, by the Earth God himself, I will tell her not only were you napping, but that you were pissing in the corner and making even more of a mess than there was when I arrived here.
Understood, understood. I will leave now. And he leaves through the door. Please, don't tell. And he looks at Naya. He says, please keep my visit here a secret. And then he disappears out the door.
So I'm going to turn to Naya and say, I'll bet you there's some good shit in these crates. Let's break them open.
Okay, roll an investigation check. With advantage, because she's helping you.
All right, let's see. Go back to my character stuff. I'm kind of rusty at this. Okay, investigation is only +1, and click advantage button, and there we go. Boom. All right, what I roll? 10. So not that great.
Okay, so you search through these crates, and they're mostly just old and empty and dusty, but you manage to find a tiny health potion in the back, this little tiny vial with a cork in it. It's dusty. You wipe off the dust on the glass, and you see this kind of red translucent liquid inside. It's sort of half full.
All right, so I'm going to pocket that, and all right, well, shall we? And if you're wondering why all of a sudden I'm taking things from crates, let's just say that I'm starting to feel a little bit less like a loyal subject to the Queen after having almost been executed over following orders.
Okay, and then I'm going to jump back to you guys. Are you guys doing anything? Are you going through the door?
So what's he saying?
I couldn't hear a thing.
So, if it's the Dominion clown,
He's talking.
do we want to
about
go through this
stupid
door,
Indian
or
crap.
do we want to just bury him down here?
Oh, let's
We have
lock him
boxes
in.
on this side. We can barrier it.
Yeah, but Grandpa
Should I
Willie can
throw
lock
up
it.
should I throw up a barrier on this door as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Elora?
What did you hear him saying?
We heard him talking about Dominion business and all kinds of other stuff.
So you clearly heard him talking about the door, about he's trying to find an ancient door.
Oh, yeah.
Just
He's
so you
attempting to find like a door, an ancient door.
Oh, that
Which-
door that was on the ground that we couldn't open.
What?
Ah, ancient door, yes, the door in the cavern when we first entered.
Well, if he's looking for it, he might want to open it.
Do you think he could? I mean, we had no luck.
Do we
Yeah,
want it to be
what
open?
if he has something? Oh no.
What if it's
on,
Pandora's
Maya, let's
box?
go down this
We
hallway.
unleash a great evil on behalf of the Dominion.
We've already
That's what
unleashed
I'm
a bunch
worried
of
about.
skeletons. I mean, how much worse could it get?
I am
Do
not
not
sure. If we
ask
do
those
not
words.
open the door, I am unsure of what path we would take next. We must.
Maybe it's the only way to get the water back.
Maybe we
Yeah,
take.
I mean, that's the other big thing to think about.
Does he have a way to get through the door? Did you hear him, Violet?
I didn't hear that much. I heard about the door.
If he's got a
It
way
did-
to get through the door, we should take it from him. Perhaps a key.
And
It
then
did
lock him away
sound like
somewhere.
he is not currently in high regards with the Dominion leadership, though. I thought I heard something kind of hinting that he doesn't get along with them. You know,
Do I
not
hear
that
the
I
footsteps coming up?
completely disagree with him.
Yeah. So Violet, if you're still pressed up against the door, you hear footsteps approaching.
All right. Do you think
Artavan,
we're gonna
another
have to
door.
break this one down?
It looks like it. I can't tell if it's locked or not. We should try and see if it's locked first.
All
Hey.
right, let's pop this puppy open.
I've got an idea, guys. The second we hear him try to
Ah,
open
what
up
the
this
hell are you
door,
all doing here?
They fling the doors open while you guys are talking. You
drop
guys
the
are met with
chalupa!
Audubon and Naya. Oh,
Holy shit!
it's you, Violet, Alora. I missed you, Marina.
Blackbird?
And then
All
Naya,
right, well-
Naya immediately steps in, thinking she's going to be embraced.
I'm actually happy to see Naya, honestly.
Okay, so Naya steps in and she goes to give you just a light hug. Violet, that's so
Yeah.
good to see you.
I reciprocate, and it's like, it's good to see you too. It's good to see a friendly face.
And Grandpa Willie, you're here too. All of you are here. Dragthaw.
Yeah, it's nice to see you again, Dragtop. Oh, by the way, I've been getting better at this harp.
The harp. I'm glad that you have found use for it.
Yeah, it's great. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing here. So, this may come as a surprise to everybody, seeing as how it's Queen Neral's pet, but she and I are a little bit on the outs. I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail, but she essentially tried to have me executed for following her orders, which was a little upsetting.
We tried to
you
convince
tried
you,
to stick your
Audubon,
mouth.
I can see that.
Who's Queen Nera?
the Queen of the Dominion.
No, like I'm asking that in character.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm
Because I don't think
surprised
you know
that
that you're working with the Dominion.
I'm surprised not everyone that meets you wants to shoot you.
Now,
Yes.
Dragthar says over the rest of you. Come now, Audubon was going to join our cause, perhaps. Naya was trying to win him over. Perhaps he sees that the Queen does not have his best interests at heart.
Yeah, that was never up at issue. What I was trying to help you understand was that the Dominion itself isn't the enemy here. It's just some bad leadership. Hey guys, I've got kind of a little emergency got to put out. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Should
Sorry.
we
take a
stop
5-minute
here?
break?
You want to take a break? Who wants to quit first?
I can take a break and keep going, but I've got something I got to deal with right now. I'll talk to you guys in a minute.
Okay. Does anybody want to quit?
I think for sure now, because we're at a good point where we've kind of got everyone together, and it's a good stopping point. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I think that's actually a pretty good point.
Oh, you
Okay.
want to stop it?
Then we're just gonna call it here.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna want to go in like 7 minutes ish anyway. So
Okay. That's why I was asking, because it's close to 10 anyway. So if anyone wants to
Yeah.
quit, then we'll just do that instead of a break. So awesome. Thanks, guys. That was a fun session.
Yeah.
got to fight some skellies.
Yes, you did.
And we found some flesh skeletons.
They call those people.
Sorry. I'm sorry. My Lulu was showing.
Some flesh skeletons.
So wait a second. If you're a necromancer that has the spell command skeleton, can you do that while the skeleton is still in someone's body?
I would say you need a dry skeleton, but even inside of your body, your skeleton is dry. So that's like a whole complicated bag of bag of things going on that I just don't want to get into.
No, please, let's keep going with this.
It's
I
like
feel
bloodbending from Avatar.
Personally, as a DM, no, I would not let you. But as a player, God, I wish I could.
Yeah, that was really fun. I think this is coming together. I'm excited for what's next. I wish we had more time to play.
I can't wait to open the evil door.
I also can't wait to open that other door down the hallway we didn't go to.
It's gonna be Cthulhu's skeleton on the other end of the door, just dancing.
And
Yeah.
we'll just close it and walk the other way and not do combat because we can totally do that, right, DM?
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's what I did. I shut it. I was like, Grandpa, lock this bitch up. And he was like, damn right.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
No, you should play the remix version.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to find. That's what
Scary
stopped it.
skeleton.
Oh, should we sign off?
It's
Skeletons remix. There you go.
Should we sign off the stream? Or
It's by the
say
Living
goodbyes, or-
Tombstone if you need the artist.
Oh yeah, I can end the stream. I'm just gonna end it here. I'm actually
Before
gonna
we get
record the
copyright
outro, so we'll just end it here. If anyone's watching, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week.
And enjoy your apocalypse.